start the band. And we need all the ladies to report on the dance floor. And you know my slogan, no fighting tonight.
Poppin' nugget when I met you, shorty had the long extension. Told her I'm a bad man, but I only got the best intention. Tougher, not a bluffer. I want you to be Molly. Don't have to take it undercover. Just on the bells are ringing, people singing, rice is throwing, flower bringing. Ting-a-ling-a-ling, the honeymoon is when we going, and I take you to a place that you didn't even know exists. What's your wish? Dinner at the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Shot us in the basement party, yeah. Turn it to the greatest party.
You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The race for the planner this week, and here's a look at the AFC contenders. Is in or out, but how the seeding shakes out. What a great time of year. It's the Patriots going up against the Jets. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gott and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. Now a play fake here on first down. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
First carry for Matt Forte. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Here's Smith now on second down. Throws left side, complete to Brandon Marshall. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. And here are the starters offensively. And one of the wideouts, Eric Decker.
Remember when he came out of school, out of Minnesota, many thought he was nothing more than a number 2 or 3 receiver? He's proven everyone wrong. He's a guy who's a high-volume catcher and a terrific player downfield.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And he's got Will Tye complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
On first down, this is Forte. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A quick look here at the Patriot defense.
Eric Rowe fits the profile of the so-called new breed of cornerback in the NFL. A college safety with length, he transitions very well to the corner in the league.
On second down, here's Smith. And his throw is incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, and it's third down. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Throwing now is Geno. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. Back deep, Danny Amendola for New England. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on comes a field goal unit for the Jets. Here's Nick Folk. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
After the made field goal, Nick Folk to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They come out here in the eye. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now the 4-year man out of Louisiana Tech, that's Ryan Allen, on to kick this one away.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jets take possession. New York set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love it.
And this is caught at the 20. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
A give. This is Forte. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They'll come out in the pistol. Following the penalty, it's Forte. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on second down is Smith. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And Folk's kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So that scores now in their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
So the Patriots coming out now. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, you're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and LeGarrette Blount, the featured back.
The big knock on him coming out of college was his lack of speed, but it's definitely not his lack of power. He runs right through opposing tacklers and sets things up big for his offense.
Brady gives now to Blount, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Now Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And now out come the Jets. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again they run. Again it's Forte. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. Geno now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Cyrus Jones. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now a play fake here on first down. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
Well, there it is, partner. Brady to Gronk, their first connection of the game.
You think those two often in sync?
I don't think there's any question about it. And, look, we know Gronk has a whole lot of fun, but he's deadly serious about his football, as is Tom Brady. Two great competitors, two fantastic players.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. Now Brady. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. Brady going to throw. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They start on the ground with Forte. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd down, here's Smith. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Drops it underneath to Forte. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. Back deep, Danny Amendola. It's taken to the 26. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a field goal.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. Brady to throw on second down. Sets up the screen to Lewis. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Brady. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From his goal line here, Smith. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
Second and goal. Still a decent chunk of yardage here. They're on the 8. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball. I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Forte, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there and doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level, you end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yeah.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Will tie the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, Forte. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll drop the throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out come the Patriots. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Brady now on 1st down. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, here's Brady. It's caught. Mitchell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent. And that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw on film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out or they give them a lot of space to throw the underneath stuff. So they decided they'd take advantage of it and worked on it hard in practice this week.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game. One of the notes I had about LeGarrette Blount coming out of college, he's not going to outrun you, but he will run through you. In these situations near the goal line, made to order.
Maybe they'll turn to his big frame again. Now a toss play to Blount. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blount in the final seconds of the first half. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here we go now. 3-19.
The drive begins with a run by Forte. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second down now after the pass completion. Here's Blount. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run again with Blount. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Blunt, the lone running back. Brady to throw on second down. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he's brought down after a good gain.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Yeah. Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive has turned into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Again, here's Blunt. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Brady. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They come out here in the eye. They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. LeGarrette Blunt, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And his kick is good. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Check number 6. Check number 6.
They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after after a good game. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And it's brought in by Eric Decker. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Forte, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Back to the ground on first, it's Forte. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the offense has it first and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Shift together here from the D-line. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle to Smith. 23 yards on the play.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. First and goal at the 3-yard line now. On the ground, Forte. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Matt Forte with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. It's up and good, a 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Danny Amendola on the return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. From the gun, it's Brady. Throwing It's incomplete. LeGarrette Blount was the intended target, and it's third down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. Just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on third down. Throwing is Brady on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been terrific so far.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down following the run. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Forte, the lone running back. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. It's a pickup of 19. That's good for a Jets 1st down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
This is Forte, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
10 yards to go on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come out here in the eye. Back near his goal line. Here's Brady. And Gronkowski's got it. Complete over the middle. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now, hang on a moment here. Marshall's in some pain. Still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football.
Now let's go. Blue Niners. Blue Niners.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle to Smith. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a handoff running right for Tay. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
He'll look to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 there. And it's third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Green, 39.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a short return to the 6-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey,
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they will take a knee here. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching